How you doing today?
Very good, Elliot. How about
Great.
yourself?
Good to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for
You have a good day?
having me. Yeah, lovely day. Rested, ate a good breakfast in the morning and came here for a nice chill work.
Nice. And tell us a little bit your backstory. How did you make it here to Mazunte, Zipolite area?
It's, first of all, I'm Crispin, 21 years old, American, Romanian, maybe some Mexican now too. But I was living a normal life in Romania, studying, going to the normal academics, normal kids life, until some things switched up in my life, and health-wise I was going down and things weren't looking too bright. And after going through the system and all the options that Romania offered me, the best choice was coming to Mexico 7 years ago, and that's how I got here. And because we found a solution to that issue, decided to stay, my father and I.
Why would you choose Mexico over any of the other options in the world? Coming from Romania, it's far away.
Well, mostly the environment and the culture, specifically in the medicinal area, old medicinal plants and tradition ceremonies. There was a lady in Huautla de Jimenez that has been doing mushroom ceremonies for a long time, and it seemed like a good idea to come here and experience that firsthand, especially when there were not many options and we were trying everything that we could get our hands on. Just why not?
Interesting. And did nature have to do with it?
Certainly, the environment, nature, being close to it, being close to the spirit of it. There are some things that were disconnected in my life back then, and recreating that connection had a huge benefit.
And how do you use nature in your life right now?
On a daily basis, breathe fresh air from the beautiful trees. I'm in the ocean most of the time when I have free time. Spend it 2-3 hours a day swimming, either or surfing, getting that electron exchange, oxygenizing my body, cleansing the energy. Yeah, nature is definitely a healer.
So I have a question I like to ask everyone this. I hope it's okay with you. But
Sure.
do you have a relationship with the word God or higher power or the spirit of the universe or anything like that?
Well, coming from a fairly religious family, I used to say a prayer every night with my grandma by default, always, never missed a day. But if I missed a day, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I would have some sort of a unease feeling. So even though I didn't have a specific belief, I was I consider myself an atheist for a while, but that feeling that I always had from prayer was intriguing. So there's something, at least a root of belief in God.
Can you share that prayer with us? Do you know it in English?
I don't know it in English.
Okay. The gist of it, kind of like a main point from it?
It's talking about the bearings and the fruits and asking for abundance and for peace and tranquility.
And so I understand, the concept of life and what's going on here is a big thing to think about, and I personally just enjoy thinking about it. So do you ever reflect on like what's going on here? What is this kind of consciousness? Like, are we just animals going through the motions, or is there a greater purpose or meaning?
I mean, probably we've kind of passed the instinctive action of survival. Now we are in a way thriving, so I guess there's more time and space to think about why we're here, right? So we kind of came to the tip of evolution in a certain manner, and we're trying to look for other things. But I don't know. Who does have the answer to that question, really?
For sure. Why ask questions that we can't find the answer to, huh? Well, let's talk about your tip of evolution. You've been working most of your life on developing your health, and now you have a project to present what your learnings and your findings and your passion for health to other people. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. I mean, after going through my health issues, which was a stage 4 bone cancer with bipolar lung metastasis, certainly it became a main priority for a long while, and it still is. Maintaining my health is the pillar of my activities. Everything I do surrounds of how it's going to benefit my health short term or long term. But after beating cancer and being 6 years and a half cancer free now, when you learn such things, you cannot just stay without helping other people or at least sharing some of these experiences. So in a way, yeah, I try to help people with cancers or different diseases. And my father and I are on the verge of developing a wellness center to be able to help even more on a bigger scale. And yeah, wellness is here to stay in my life and for the whole future that I have.
Let's talk about kind of both of those levels. I mean, just helping people every day. Can you give us maybe some of your top 3, top 5 health tips if someone's like, wow, man, you're so healthy, you're radiant of energy, what do you do? You know, give us some of those things, and then we'll talk more about your bigger project.
Sure thing, and thank you. What do I say first? If I'm asked, mostly eliminate sugar. Try to hack your metabolic functions. A fast metabolism is the best sign that you're healthy individual. You're absorbing all the issues and toxins and dead cells that you have in your body, and the fact that you're not gaining fat but muscle or keeping yourself lean is as a human should be. But eliminating sugar is the main thing because it destroys your metabolic functions, and it's a cheap, easy energy that gives you cheap dopamine and serotonin, but on the long term it destroys that normal function of the body. You want to consume mostly fats, animal fats, vegetable fats, keep a ketogenic metabolism and diet, and you'll see that your energy levels are going to be constant, no spikes, and you're going to be able to do your daily activities without having the wall block of energy that some people have. Like all the decisions are based on how they feel and their energy. Well, you won't have to deal with that much of the time.
And do you think how much of that is related to the dopamine that you get from the sugar? I've been trying to be aware of that in my life, of like just that instant high, and if I don't have the instant high, I'm more groggy and drowsy, and so I search for that instant high. Is it that dopamine related, or is it just the kind of chemical, the other process in the body?
Well, it's a rush, energy rush, dopamine rush that doesn't last long, and when it crashes, naturally you'll have issues and be slow or have no motivation. Dopamine is in a way connected to your motivation levels, so when you have it, sure, you're going to be able to do things, but the sudden drop will kill any sort of want to achieve certain objectives. So yeah, no, if you're focusing on short gratification instead of delayed gratification, your body is going to be accustomed to quick dopamine, and then if you want to do hardships and things, you will never find the urge to do so.
And one of my favorite ways to think of things, of what we want, like our goals. So if I have the goal of eliminating sugar, I need a strong why. You know, there's a saying, a why to make you cry, right? I really need that motivation, that why am I doing this? Because maybe it's painful or difficult for any goal that we want to achieve, right? So can you kind of deliver maybe your most passionate sermon, like if you're, you know, somebody just trying to scare sugar out of someone, myself for example, because it can be difficult, right? How do we eliminate sugar? And I feel like the answer would be like, well, just think about your health, right?
Right.
But can you like scare me out of my sugar to give me that why?
I have one for you. Cancer cells have way higher insulin receptors than your pancreas. So whenever you're feeding yourself with sugar, most of that sugar goes straight into feeding cancer cells and their development because of how their metabolic functions are. So yeah, you eat sugar, you're feeding cancer, disease, bacteria, and you're killing your immune system because of the bone marrow issues with sugar. Sugar can go into the bone marrow and destroy your immune system, cellular reproduction. So in a way, you're destroying everything all the systems, slowing yourself down, creating more mucus, cancer cells. Stay away from sugar.
Bam, there it is. Thank you. Okay, give us a number 2. If I can eliminate sugar, what else should I focus on for my health?
Muscle is the key to longevity. So if you can dedicate an hour a day to weightlifting, it will create stronger bone density. Your muscle tissue will be stronger. The more muscle mass you have, the faster your metabolism is, which, as we stated, is the key to health. And having a quick metabolism that absorbs everything is amazing. So working out, lifting weights, it's excellent. You want to be a 70-year-old that is capable of functioning, playing with the grandchildren, right? So why not?
Tony Robbins makes that point of like lifting heavy weights because like our mind is our body, right? The mind's part of the body. And if you have a strong body, like literally strong body, strong mind, and we're training ourselves to do hard things by doing it physically hard, our mind becomes stronger as well.
True. Yeah, no, the confidence levels that being strong brings to you, you have an aura that expands and you actually attract better conversations, better people, you create a better circle, you have so many more opportunities just because your mind state is different. And it's the delayed gratification. It's painful in the moment to do the exercise. It feels like shit. You don't want to push more. But after you pushed more, you become proud of yourself and you feel amazing. So it's a win-win.
What's one of the most recent challenges in your life? I mean, when I look at you, you're very centered. I can lift weights, so I can do challenging things. I do ice baths, so I can do challenging things. I don't eat sugar, so I can do challenging things. Give us a time that you were challenged and kind of how you felt during that and how you overcome it.
My biggest challenge is flexibility right now, and I've been trying to push myself to come to yoga classes over here, and I don't know, I don't make it. But I try to stretch as much as I can home. I just don't stretch enough. Maybe I train, I keep away from sugar, do ice baths, but I definitely need to put more priority in my flexibility because myofascia is important to also have the flexibility and the movements and whole rotations. So yeah, that's a challenge.
So talking about the why, if I was in front of you saying, man, I just don't stretch, I need to stretch more, could you deliver to me the importance of stretching, like telling someone, motivating someone, this is why you must have it?
Well, I don't know some facts, but on my personal needs, I just want to be able to surf better, move better, have those flowy movements, connect the dots on the wave, and certainly flexibility has been the main issue for me.
Nice. That's what I was looking for, is that personal touch, right? Really finding the root of what is going to excite us enough to get ourselves to do it, right? To be disciplined, because discipline can be tough, and so we need that why. So imagining that wave, imagining that cut back, and dreaming of it, and with some yoga classes.
Right now.
Cool. So tell us more about your dreams. So those are great tips on the street when you're helping customers or just being with your friends, helping the world every day, every moment. But you also have bigger dreams than that. So tell us about this health facility.
Well, I'll start when I started feeling bad and sick. My life, and we're going to get to the connection to God in a way there. My life wasn't going too great. I was fairly depressed. Family emotions weren't good either. My grandparents would be fighting. Things will go down. So I wouldn't have a circle to talk with people. School was mostly on a communist-backed way, so fear-mongering. You gotta be at this level so you can achieve something in life. I was mostly an athlete and playing basketball, so school wasn't the main priority. But starting feeling bad and sick, then received the diagnosis. And in that stage, before getting a diagnosis and feeling bad, I would go to sleep every night with an idea of life cannot go on like this. There's something big that's gonna happen, that's gonna change how things are ongoing.
And what age are you during this?
13.
13. So even at 13, you're thinking there's got to be more.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see myself for another 8 years just living that mundane life, going to school, studying to achieve something that's not even my desire. I had broken my arm for very bad for the second time, so basketball was kind of out of the picture, which was my goal at the time and purpose. And having that out and just nothing that will bring me true joy in my achievements, naturally I will start thinking of what if, right? So I'll go to sleep thinking, asking for something to happen, and probably talking to God, asking for Him to maybe bestow something, a change. And sometime after, I started having huge amounts of pain and received the cancer diagnosis. So in a way, I received what I asked, maybe not how I imagined it, but God works in mysterious ways, right? So going through the whole healing journey, learning what to do and what not to, pain, suffering, but also the light at the end of the tunnel, got healed. And this was my second chance to life. And with that came another purpose, which was if you're given a key to open many doors, such as healing people, you should use it and try to heal those people. And that's what my life became around, just trying to help. And if I can help bigger and better, just aim for that. And this is the second life that I'm living.
And so what's the vision? What do you feel you have the potential for with the knowledge and tools and community that you've built over these years? Where's this all headed?
Well, dream big, right? Make it an insane dream, I guess. But I would love to have a wellness center with our methodology of treatment in every state of Mexico, United States, maybe in every country of Europe. I don't know, monopolize it in a good way, but probably show the corruption of the current medical establishment, and then show the other way, send a message. That's kind of the idea, just expand and heal as many people as possible, and also educating people in learning how to maintain their health so that they never have to deal with issues like this again. It comes from lifestyle choices in the end.
And so you're already seeing the scale that the world needs this. And what's the first step before we scale to 50? What's happening now?
First step, I guess, would be to prove the methodology with science-backed study cases, prove it to the people that it's actually a reliable treatment, and make it happen, build the first center, make it go 2 to 3 years, and then see if we can and where to expand or go next.
And so you've proven it for yourself. Are there other case studies with science-backed
We have
research?
two ways of working with other people, either online and sharing our information and trying to guide them, but it's very hard to hold them accountable and keep them disciplined. Our methodology works when people come here in person. They stay for either 3 or 6 months, and we organize every single daily activity and what they eat, what they do, when they sleep, feed them proper thoughts, give them a good space to create new neural pathways and beliefs, learn new systems, redefine their life. And in those 6 months, if they are disciplined, if we can hold them accountable, and they do not cut corners, they always have an excellent prognosis, and it's the catapult towards healing, really.
It's a 6-month chance. Within 6 months there should be results, or there could be results.
Exactly. If
Wow.
they have a good outgoing and they start feeling good, it's hard to stop that heading back up to health, you know.
Wow, amazing. And do you have someone that you've ran this through?
Yes.
Another person?
We've had around 20 individuals that
20.
came here, and they were either 3 months or 6 months, and another 140 that we have been guiding online because of maybe inability of coming all the way from Romania to Mexico, or just financial issues that always, whenever somebody has cancer, they need to scramble their life and make it happen, you know. So it's very stressful for individuals.
And what does that spread look like with those 20 people? What happened after 3 to 6 months?
So that was a 6-year period where we had a maximum of 3 people at a time. And what we have learned is that yes, if people don't cut corners and they're dedicated to what they're doing, they'll have very good results. And the people that do it half-assed and they do not believe in the methodology and they just there as a last resort after they've been spit by the medical system and they went through chemotherapies and radiotherapies, well, they won't be looking too good, especially if they don't have motor capacity, they cannot do exercise, they've been chopped up by doctors and whatnot. The good results always came from people that either stopped chemotherapy a long time ago or they've never done it and they went straight to us.
And so I guess I'm trying to drill down to like really feel that result. So with one person, do you have one person that cured themselves?
Yes, more than one.
More than one. Yeah. And if they put 75% in, then maybe it's a toss-up. Mm-hmm. But if they give you 100%, kind of what, they give you 100% of their energy and belief and following disciplined, what chance do they have of curing?
I mean, I don't have any basis on statistics or anything, but if they give 100%, there's little ways for them to not have good results, because we try to cut every single direction from where the cancer can grow and develop, either taking their stress away via mushroom ceremony, dopamine, neural pathways, or starving the cancer, not giving it sugar, changing the metabolism, tackling with the biochemistry of the body, achieving a balance. But yeah, if they're here, they do 100%, they have great results. And it's either we give them a better quality of life for the next 5 years, or they actually heal, which is much better than chemo or radio.
Yeah. So it sounds like this could be revolutionary. And so what is needed? Where are we at today, and what's the next step? What do you need to build that first prototype of this facility?
It's been an ongoing thing for the past 4 or 5 years, trying to get the resources to create the center. There's been some ups and downs, but fortunately that has given us plenty of time to develop more of the program and refine it. But now we just really, it comes down to liquidity, trying to have the financing to be able to make it happen.
Well, you have the plans, you have the systems, you have the technology of medicine or science that you're offering.
True that. We have everything besides the infrastructure.
Wonderful. And where would you like to build the first one?
Love that question. Zipolite, mainly because that's the place that gave me the second chance to life. That's where I grew through my teenage years and developed as a young adult now. And I believe giving back to the community that supported me and really brought me in and accepted me is a must.
Well, Crispin, you're an inspiration just to be around, your centeredness, your presence, and your passion for these subjects of helping other people through your experience. Is there any other kind of philosophical or commentary you would like to partake to the people? I always like to think in phrases. If I could give one phrase to the people, one day at a time, or take it easy, or enjoy life, Doesn't have to be one phrase, but.
Well, people always associate cancer with death. I associate cancer with change. So if you can make a substantial change in your life, you'll be looking much better.
Cool, sir. Thank you so much for being here.
Elliot,
it's a pleasure.
You. Pleasure is mine.
Cool, man. Yeah.
Woo!
We'll see.
That was nice.